Hello everyone. I decided to make another video because, as some of you know, I part-time at an FFL dealer, gun store, and I'm authorized by the state to do all the paperwork and NICS check and all that fun stuff. So I did this transfer in one day, and once I was done, I passed everything. I handed the firearm over. Congratulations, and that was it. So the guy looks at me and he says, "What next?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he says, "I've never fired a gun before. I don't know what to do with it." So I gave him about a 20-minute crash course, explained to him what he needs to do, all the safety features and all that. And I definitely told him, I said, "You have to go to a class. You have to go to an NRA basic pistol class at least, and understand how to use this firearm and how to shoot it." Um, and I gave them a name of an organization that's here in New Jersey. They have, I believe it's 6 locations. They even come to you if you want. It's a great place. I've done training there myself. Great group of guys, awesome. The owner's a great guy too. So I'm not mentioning any names, um, but if you go and research it, you'll find it. You'll know exactly who it is. So anyway, I wanted to quickly describe, explain, and just give you some quick safety features of this gun. This here is a Beretta M9, um, and what I wanted to do was I just decocked it, by the way. I wanted to explain different parts really quick and explain some safety. So the first thing, if someone were ever hand over a gun to me and say, "Here we have a Zoom fake bullets." If someone were to give me a gun like this, they hand it over to me. First thing I would do is release the magazine, okay? And because magazines, say for example, have bullets, this gun could have a bullet inside the chamber. Um, some guns will not fire if the magazine is not in, um, but this particular gun will fire if the magazine's not in. You have to read the owner's manual, find that out. But I would never, obviously pull the trigger at that moment, point the gun in a safe direction, and I'd rack it just a few times to make sure that's not there. You want to go a little further, you pull the slide back, you lift on the slide lock, okay, and then now in there you will see that in fact it is safe. If this wasn't, you would see a bullet just like that, bullet cartridge in the chamber, okay. So here we know that there's nothing there. There is no magazine. The action is open. This gun is completely safe. Okay, so I can hand this gun over to someone. They'll check it. When I get it back, I will again, indeed, check it again. What's the big deal? It's only a few seconds. Who cares? Safety. That's important. This is not a toy. So very, very important. So let me go through a couple of things here. First of all, these are the grips. This is called the hammer, right? This is called the beaver tail. Okay, contour here where you grab the gun. Okay, this is your safety. You can see it go up and down. See that? This particular gun decocks when you put it into safety mode. Okay, so that means that if the hammer is in the back position ready to fire, when you decock the gun, boom, it never fired anything. All it did was put a little space between the hammer and the firing pin. Therefore, it will not fire. Okay, so that's just a good way to decock it. Some guns, when I have it, what I would do is if it's cocked like this, I just grab the hammer, pull on the trigger, and lightly bring it forward. See that? So that's a part. That's a piece there. The slide is the whole top piece here. That is the slide. Okay. Here is the barrel. Okay. This is the muzzle of the barrel. You saw the chamber before. These here are the sights. As you can see, the sight is here. This is the rear sight. This is the front sight. And I just want to show you how you would sight it in really good, right around there. See that? You can see the front sight. All right? So that's how you would sight that in. On the other side, really quick, trigger guard. Okay, this is to dismount the slide from the frame. This here is a slide lock. Okay, this is the little mechanism when you pull this guy back. Damn it! Okay, here we go. When you pull this guy back, and with no magazine, it'll stay open. Okay, you have to lift that up. The magazine is empty. It will do this automatically for you because it pushes up. The magazine pushes up on this slide lock. Okay, that's not to release the slide. A lot of people use that to release the slide. That is meant for locking. When you're going to release the slide, you grab the slide and you pull back and let it go. That's how you would do that. Okay. Again, magazine, which gets inserted, magazine release button right here. So I think I pretty much went through all the parts. The other thing is, all guns are different. That's why you have to read the manual, okay? Or if you're at a range and you don't know what you're doing exactly, ask. Please ask one of us that's there, someone that's shooting. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be the hero. Ask. It's very important. This is not a toy. Therefore, you should ask. Once you've learned, you can go ahead and help others. Okay, just like I have. I never knew any of these things before. So, for example, this is a Glock, and you see the sights are slightly different. Okay, this one has a square with the front. Okay, and then when shooting, you always want to keep that front sight in perfect focus. Everything else would look blurred to you, peripheral vision. But you want to keep that front sight perfectly. If you go this way, it's going to shoot one way. The other way, it's not going to work right. It's got to be right in the middle there. Okay, that's how you would do that. What else did I want to say? Oh, safety, safety, safety. Okay, the NRA, they always say they have 3 rules. That's not just the only rules, but it's the first 3 rules. Keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Keep your fingers off the trigger until ready to shoot, and then keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Me, I like to use a little different theory, and number 1 is always assume a gun is loaded. Always assume a gun is loaded. So when someone hands you that gun, you right away, magazine, safety check it. You don't go like this either, you want to safety check it pointing at a safe direction, okay? And when they hand that firearm over to you, you've noticed, I haven't done this, you do not handle a gun like this. You always put your finger in the side. Always. You never put your finger in the trigger until ready to shoot. Until you're at the range and you're there and you're about to go and shoot, and you can put your finger in and pow. So, and the third thing is point the gun in a safe direction. Okay, this is not a safe direction. This is not a safe direction. This is not down on the floor. Okay, because here what goes up must come down. Okay, so on the floor, around you. Don't point at your toes. Just around you. Okay, you're at a store. You pick up a gun. You go. You point it. You look at it. You look at it. You can ask, can I point at that wall over there? It might be a concrete wall, whatever it is. Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay. So then there's when you can go ahead and point and aim and sight it in and do whatever it is that you want to do to check it out. You're looking at it. So that's what I wanted to mention. The other thing too is, some people, they go to shoot and they'll do this and they'll do other things and they'll come over here. You can't do this. This will cut you open right here. This will cut you really bad. Very easy, very easy. You grab it, finger off the trigger. You grab, here it is. Other hand goes here underneath, and then 2 things, whatever feels comfortable. You want to crisscross or you want to go straight out. Don't put it up here because this slide is moving. You're going to cut yourself. Okay, away from the slide. Okay, crisscross, up and down, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But that finger, this thumb has to be away from this slide here, because this will go back, and man, it goes back so fast it'll cut you. Okay, it happened to me because I didn't know. So that's the way you wanna hold that firearm. Okay, and it's not like grabbing it. And, no. Just nice, firm, nothing crazy, nothing, and extend your hand out, forward. Here it is, forward, okay? You don't tilt your head, you don't do any of this stuff and point, and no. Your head stays straight, you bring the firearm to your head, point, aim it, take a nice breath, and when you're ready to fire, you point and you squeeze the trigger without doing this. A lot of people will do this, and that's when you get all sorts of mistakes. I still do it. You're anticipating the shot is what's happening. So that's it. Just please don't forget safety. Don't forget those parts. Don't forget those 3 rules. And don't forget to always safety check your gun. Always safety check it. Doesn't matter, what are you doing? This is the second time you did. So what? It took you an extra second of your life, extra 2 seconds of your life, just to quickly safety check that firearm to make sure that indeed it is safe for you to handle. And that's it. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. For those of you that don't know and don't understand, I just want to try to help you out so you can further understand this, what it is that we all enjoy. Can be safe, fun, and non-violent. Alrighty, so that's it. See ya.